Starts now.
Good afternoon, it's 4 o'clock, so it's time for Up North at 4, and we got a good one today. We're going to head up to Lake Nokomis near Lake Tom and learn about the floating fruit. Then we will hear from a leading doctor on Alzheimer's and learn about his groundbreaking research. We'll get to both of those things in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. Hanson's Garden Village in Rhinelander normally closes at the end of October. But with the high number of COVID-19 cases this year, they're closing 2 weeks earlier. The Garden Village's last day is this Saturday. Hanson's will use the extra time off to make improvements for next year, including building another greenhouse to meet the increased demand for plants that they saw this year. Tomorrow, October 14th, is your last day to register to vote online. You can still register in person or at your clerk's office or on Election Day, November 3rd, but of course, that'll take time out of that day. So if you want to register online, go to myvote.wi.gov. You will need a Wisconsin driver's license or a state ID card. It only takes a few minutes to register. 36,000 pounds of food will be available in St. Germain this Friday. There will be 1,200 30-pound boxes, I hope I did my math right there, at the Pavilion in Town Park in St. Germain. This was made possible through the USDA's Farmers to Families Food Box Distribution Program. It is organized by the Feed Our Rural Kids, or FORK organization, and Vilas County Emergency Management Department. Again, that's this Friday. The Phillips Youth Baseball and Softball Complex is undergoing some massive renovations right now, and the project just got a huge boost from Forward Bank in Phillips. The bank donated $75,000 to the project. New fields, a new concession stand, and a new dog park are all part of the plan. Everything is expected to be completed in early spring. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Dan. A mixture of clouds and some sunshine out there today, and temperatures are back in the low to mid 50s across much of the area. But this is temporary, as much cooler air is still on the way, arriving as soon as tomorrow. Outside right now, it's 60 in Merrill, 56 in Rhinelander, 55 for Antigo, 61 for Wapaka, so it's comfy. But don't get too used to these temperatures because they are about to change in a pretty drastic way. So tomorrow, high temperature near 50, but falling through the afternoon. And then we are stuck reaching for 40 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You get the idea, right? We're really going to cool off here. The average high being 56. We will not do that again anytime soon, as a major cold snap is coming our way. And it's going to stick around for a while too, most likely into the end of October with well below average temperatures. So bundle up. It's going to get a little chilly out there beginning as soon as tomorrow. Looking outside right now, there are a few clouds across the area. The rain has shifted off to the east of us for now. We are in a drying out and clearing out mode for us tonight, but that will change tomorrow as we have our next system on the way for us for tomorrow. And they are all lined up to the west of us right now. So for weeks, the storm track has been to our north. Remember that? Bringing through a couple cold fronts to our neck of the woods. But it's shifting now back to the south, and that's going to mean increased precipitation for us. Here's System 1, System 2, System 3. They're all lined up back here to the west, and there's just a lot going on here, a lot of atmospheric energy to deal with, and that's going to bring us our next chance for some rain showers beginning tomorrow. And then behind that, another system gets in here over the weekend, and in place this weekend is going to be some pretty cool air, and there's more than one forecast model now. There's actually 3 of them forecasting some light snow, not a lot of snow, some light snow across northern Wisconsin late on Friday into Saturday. The forecast tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, low temperatures down near 39. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
VIP.
These days, we need effective leadership more than ever. Leaders like Ron Kind. He led the fight for free coronavirus testing and got it done. And he's making sure rural hospitals can keep their doors open so you can get care when and where you need it. And he's the only candidate fighting to protect people with pre-existing conditions. Ranked one of the most independent members of Congress, Ron Kind focuses on one thing: moving Wisconsin forward. AHA PAC is responsible for the content of his advertising.
For Ed B., who can spot exactly 57 types of trees thanks to his Medicare allowance for new glasses, we've got you. For Jackie R., who's added umpteen flower pots now that her allergy meds are covered, we've got you. For Michelle Kay, who likes celebrating life's big moments, like finding affordable premiums and, more importantly, finishing chemo, we've got you. For everything that happens to happen, we've got you. Aspirus Health Plan.
I worked for 47 years. Donald Trump, he's talking about messing with my Social Security. Them guys think it's monopoly money? No, it's our money. We work for it. You don't get to play with my finances. You don't get to play with my security for my family. Joe Biden looks out for the little guy. He understands what seniors are going through. I think he's going to keep Social Security safe. We need to get Biden in there to protect it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Saturday, October 24th, the Wisconsin Department of Justice will be holding a free prescription drug take-back event. If you have unused or unwanted medications, ointments, patches, non-aerosol sprays, inhalers, vials, or pet medication, clean out your medicine cabinets. Don't let your old medication fall into the wrong hands by disposing of unused or unwanted medications properly. For more information on locations and accepted items, go to doseofrealitywi.gov. This information is brought to you by the Human Service Center of Forest, Vilas, and Oneida County.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. Jeff, how you doing today?
It's Tuesday.
It
The
is
sun's
Tuesday.
out.
Yeah,
but
it
it's
was
still
nice.
warm.
Yesterday was a pretty depressing day, honestly. It was very wet.
Yeah, I mean, rain
rainy,
can do that.
Dark. So.
You do better today? Do you need therapy? Do you need me to call
No,
somebody?
well, I mean, is this is the session right now? What would you recommend?
Do you need to talk about it? I'll listen. Here, I can sit
Actually,
back for
I
a
don't
while.
think our viewers would be serviced
Okay.
by that. So we'll save that for another time. I just got to look at my hair. Yikes. Okay, let's take a look at this picture of the pumpkin carving. Just a reminder for people that send us your jack-o'-lanterns. This will be a 2 or 3 week competition, so I don't expect you to carve them tonight, but buy those pumpkins, buy those pumpkin carving equipment, and we'll take a look at Jeff's now. Send
Vote
that in.
for me.
Yes, Jeff might be a winner of this. Who knows? And the winners, the 3 top pumpkin carvers, will get a free pie from Golden Harvest. So just a quick plug for that.
Send the pictures in.
Send the pictures
and get
in.
carving.
And while we're talking about plugs,
Yep.
we have a debate this Friday. We'll take a look at
Another
our
one.
next video here. We already had Kirk and Rob, Mr. Swearingen and Mr. Bangstead. This Friday, we are going to have Tricia Zunker and Tom Tiffany. It'll be a rematch of our special election 7th congressional debate. So that's, again, Friday at 7 p.m. And while we're here, just a reminder, after that, the week after that, will be the 12th Senate debate. That'll be on Thursday.
So is it a rematch? Like, do you call it technically a rematch?
What else would you call it?
Well,
It's
here's the thing.
person versus person.
I believe that you don't win a debate, right? There's not a clear winner of a debate because the winners are the candidates who get to express their points of view on topics, right?
Sure.
So if a candidate gets to do that, then everybody is a winner because the viewers get to decide who to vote for.
So who do you think won the last debate?
Well, again, I don't.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You can't- Dan, that's the point. You get to, in your head then, all that information kind of circles, you get to go, okay, let's go vote on who I thought was the best. And
Sure.
Yeah.
What did you think of last week's debate?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it
Yeah.
because, Justin Betty did a great job moderating that debate, by the way.
Yeah.
I asked him afterwards, like, have you done this before? And he's like, no, in his previous lives. So, I thought they clearly answered the questions. I thought Justin laid out some great questions. And I love the fact that you can go back and forth between the candidates, and bounce back and forth and get reactions to the reactions. Because then I think that clearly forms a sentence that the
Definitely.
viewers can understand on where they land on a topic, not just a quick 30-second soundbite.
And I think this was a good teaser for our debate on Friday. Again, Tricia Zunker, Tom Tiffany. The stakes are a lot higher in Congress. They're trying to pass these massive bills, and Mr. Tiffany has been busy with the things that he's been very favorable towards in the past. So it'll be cool to compare his record and see what Ms. Zunker would
Yeah,
have done
these two
instead.
are drastically on different
Very
ends of the
different.
spectrum. They are
Very, very
complete
different.
polar opposites on what they believe, and they'll gladly make that argument to you, the viewers at home, this coming up week.
And speaking of elections, we're going to switch to what we wanted to talk about. We talked about this earlier today. Let's talk about all the not in-person, but early voting that's been going on. Here on our screen is a good visualization of the Wisconsin one. You can see 2016 is that light pink bar on the left side. And we're almost at the 2016 levels of early in-person voting.
So total numbers for 2016, that pink bar,
Total
right?
numbers, right? And we're still 20 plus days away. 58 million in total in-person ballots. Sorry, early ballots in 2016.
Nationwide?
Nationwide,
Yeah.
9 million nationwide already this year. This is a good visualization of the entire country. Those pink dots are the early ballots this year, and the dotted lines, the dotted circles, are the early ballots in 2016.
So 58 million ballots went out, early ones. 9 million are already back.
No. 58 million in 2016 were
Okay.
received.
Got it.
9 million already. And I will point out that early in-person voting, so we've had early absentee voting. Early in-person voting in Wisconsin will start on October 20th.
It's not too far away. All right, so I was talking to my friend Matt. Best friend Matt lives in Houston.
Okay.
He voted today. And we've heard of the problems in Texas with limiting where to drop off ballots, that kind of stuff. It took him 27 minutes to get through the line, and he voted, right? So he's done, off the list, right? And so, that is, in terms of your civic duty, 27 minutes is not a long time to ask. But again, be prepared to stand in lines this year, because there are a lot more people voting.
Right.
These numbers right there show that to you.
And I would say we're blessed here in northern Wisconsin. Less long of lines generally, so we should be good this year. We're going to take a quick break, but after that break, we're going to go to Lake Nokomis Cranberries. I chatted with the owner from Lake Nokomis Cranberries. You won't want to miss that.
Gas taxes, income taxes, Social Security taxes. 47 years and Joe Biden's voted to raise them all. Biden's voted for higher taxes on your marriage, on your kids, on your retirement, and even when you die.
Guess what? If you elect me, you're not going to have your taxes are going to be raised, not cut.
Experts say Biden's plan means higher taxes on all income groups. When Joe Biden says he'll raise your taxes, he means it. America First Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
The votes are in.
You are the weakest link.
And America has a new hit.
Goodbye. Is your brain on vacation? Is it me or did the room just get a lot smarter?
Weakest Link, new tonight on NBC.
The Billboard Music Awards are back, and guess who's hosting again? And this year's Icon Award goes to, drumroll please, Garth Brooks. I love him.
Billboard Music Awards, Wednesday on NBC.
It's that time of year when Madison politicians try to rewrite history. Well, Patrick Teston's not fooling anyone. After he took their cash, Teston helped the insurance companies score, single-handedly blocking protections for people with pre-existing conditions. And when Foxconn came knocking, Teston voted to give them billions of our taxpayer dollars for nothing in return. No accountability, no guaranteed jobs. In Madison, Teston's working for the special interests, not us. And that's the T.
Huge online auction in Eagle River. Lake New pontoon boats, Sea-Doo, boat lifts, John Deere tractor, hot tub, expensive Northwoods furniture, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Welcome up north at 4. I'm Dan Hagan. I'm here with Dave Zawistowski for Lake Nokomis Cranberries here kind of near Eagle River and Lake Tomahawk. Dave, how's it going?
It's going good.
So we're standing right now in a cranberry bog. I have so many questions. I just want to start with, why farm this way? It's such a unique way of farming. Why do they float, and why is this the preferred method?
Well, if you break a berry open, you'll see their hollow in the center. Those 4 little air chambers make the berry float. And if they didn't float, it'd be a little difficult to harvest them.
How long have you been harvesting cranberries?
Let's see.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
47 years.
47 years. All right here?
Right here. I've been here 47.
Wow. What keeps you doing it year after year?
I guess it's a family tradition.
Okay, cool. So was this passed down to you, this huge acreage of land we got here?
I came here when I was 18, and the family farm was over in Stone Lake, which my oldest son runs that one now.
Very cool. Tell us how we got here first. We're going to go forward in a second, but what is the process before you flood these cranberry bogs?
Well, I mean, the growing through the summer, of course, and then to knock them off, we go through with a raking tractor, and the berries tend to want to float up off the vine, and we drag a harrow through there that just kind of combs them off. And after that, then we raise the water deeper. There's a little water in them when we rake them, and we get it up to this stage where we can float them, then we pull them down to the end with the booming tractors.
So we're now at the stage where they're floating right now. What's next?
Well, then we use a berry pump that pumps water and cranberries together. They go over a grate, separates out the trash and the water, and the good berries go into gravity boxes, and then from there they go through another cleaning process into a semi.
And that semi, where does it usually go for you guys?
Ocean Spray ends up the majority of them, and they're cleaned again there, and then they're packed and frozen into freezers, and they're brought out later through the year for craisins and juice mainly.
Can you think of anything else we should touch on?
I'm second generation. My son is third, and we have fourth generation here on the farm now started too.
Wow. And do you think your son, we'll talk to him soon, do you think he'll take it over from you?
I'm hoping. If we don't go bankrupt or something, farming is a tough deal.
How has the weather been for you this year?
Yeah, the weather last winter was very hard on us. That deep snow and everything, we got winter damage. But the quality of the berries are good. There's just not very many of them.
Got it. Well, thanks, Dave, for talking to me, and thanks for taking me out in this bog. This is awesome.
Okay.
We'll be right back on Up North at 4.
I'm Tom Tiffany, and I approve this message because I want to be perfectly clear. The radicals, socialists, and anarchists, and Democrats like my opponent who want to defund the police, they are willing to put your family at risk to tear this country apart, to advance their far-left agenda. Our police deserve our thanks, our respect, and better funding to handle an ever-increasing workload. It is madness. They must be stopped. That's it. That's the ad.
The most overlooked feature of a home is the most important part, and that's your roof. Your roof protects your home from the elements and is a big part of your curb appeal. I'm Mike Holmes, and I want you to choose the roof that will maintain its beauty for years to come. Atlas Pinnacle Pristine Shingles with Scotchgard Protector have my seal of approval. You'll have a lifetime of protection against ugly black streaks, and that's making it right. Pinnacle Pristine Architectural Shingles are 11% off, only at Menards.
Saturday, October 24th, the Oneida County Solid Waste Department is holding a free Sharps Take Back event. The goal of this event is to provide a safe and responsible way of disposing sharps. The department is accepting needles, syringes, lancets, auto-injectors, and infusion sets. Sharps need to be sealed in a heavy plastic container, laundry detergent bottle, or gallon bucket. For more information, call 715-369-6111. This information is brought to you by the Human Service Center of Forest Violets and Oneida County.
President Trump is recovering from the coronavirus, and so is America. Together, we rose to meet the challenge, protecting our seniors, getting them life-saving drugs in record time, sparing no expense. President Trump tackled the virus head-on, as leaders should.
I can't imagine that anybody could be doing more.
We'll get through this together. We'll live carefully, but not afraid.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. I'm here with Mike. He's the son of Dave. Mike, just tell me what it was like growing up on a cranberry farm.
Fun. I mean, you're around tractors. It's every kid's little dream. You get to learn about cranberries. Not many kids, knew about that. Show and tell. Fill your pockets with cranberries and bring them.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So we got the gift shop behind us.
Yep.
Just tell us a little bit about what you guys are offering in there.
Everything. Everything cranberry related. There's chapsticks, lotions, candles, wines, popcorn, craisins, fresh berries, sweatshirts, hats, everything.
Cool. And you guys got some tours as well, is that right?
Yep, that's 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 2 o'clock, Monday through Saturday. And we will do more frequent, depending on how many people come and go. So,
is your season kind of wrapping up here? When are those cranberries going to be all harvested?
Another week plus, I would say.
And then you guys are laying low for the winter? Do you kind of have winters off, or are you still doing things?
No. All kinds of work to do. Cleanup work, maintenance, everything. Lots of work. It's all year round.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Nope, not really.
Okay. Thanks, Mike, for joining us on Up North at 4. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to Up North at 4. I'm Dan Hagan. I'm talking to Dr. Graf Radford from the Mayo Clinic. Doctor, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thanks.
So we're talking about Alzheimer's and dementias today, but let's start with the most exciting news, which is there's research going on at the Mayo Clinic that shows that Alzheimer's can be detected through blood samples. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, there's an international group of researchers who this summer found a very accurate blood test that can predict Alzheimer's disease risk. And this will be used similar to how a cholesterol test is currently used to determine heart disease risk. And so initially we expect this to be used in the clinical trial setting to recruit people who might be at risk for Alzheimer's disease into treatment trials. But eventually, if this is validated, could be used in the clinic to help doctors diagnose Alzheimer's disease right in the primary care clinic.
Very exciting news. Let's take one big step back, Doctor, and talk about the difference between dementia and Alzheimer's. I know Alzheimer's is a type of dementia, but dig a little deeper for us.
That's right. Dementia is not a specific disease. It's an umbrella term, and it refers to when someone's thinking, memory, visuospatial skills, judgment change to the point that they can't perform everyday activities without help. So these would be things like balancing a checkbook or preparing a meal or managing their own medications. Alzheimer's disease, as you said, is the most common form of dementia, and it's due to the buildup of toxic proteins in the brain, which damage our brain cells and cause them to shrink over time and lead to these memory and thinking problems.
So I know that people can start to see signs in themselves when they start forgetting things, perhaps, but is there a way for people to see if they have dementia or a type of dementia before the onset of the ramifications of those diseases?
Well, one of the other areas that research is really exciting is we better understand when Alzheimer's disease starts and how it progresses. And because we can now measure the proteins that cause Alzheimer's disease, researchers here and other places have found that these proteins start to build up 10 to 20 years before the first symptoms of Alzheimer's disease start. And so this actually offers a window where therapies might intervene and start to remove these proteins before people even develop the first symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. So it's an exciting time in the field.
I was going to say a lot of cool research coming from you guys right now. Let's talk a little bit about the pandemic, because we're dealing with that. It's ubiquitous right now, the COVID-19 pandemic. How has that affected people with dementia?
The COVID-19 pandemic has affected all of us, but we're hearing day in, day out with our patients that it's affecting those with dementia in particular. And that's because depending on the level of severity of dementia, they may not understand things like social distancing and masking. So it's really important that people realize they're doing these things to protect their loved ones with dementia. There may also be limitations with physical contact in terms of visiting our loved ones with dementia. And some of the things that we've heard from our patients is that they found video visits very helpful if they are comfortable with that technology, or frequent telephone calls, or even letters to stay in contact when physical contact's not possible.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Graf Radford. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, we have a new book on Alzheimer's disease available, and it covers some of this information on the newest in Alzheimer's research, but also on lifestyles associated with decreasing one's dementia risk, which is of particular interest for those who have family members with dementia. And there really is hope both for those living with dementia and for their care partners.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Dr. Graf Radford.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back in Up North at 4 with Jeff, just in a few minutes.
When Joe Biden wants an update on the virus, he calls on the nation's top health experts. Working together for all Americans is what Joe does. When writing his healthcare plan, Joe Biden worked with both doctors and patients to make healthcare affordable by lowering premiums, reducing drug costs, and protecting people with pre-existing conditions. Joe listened to both small business owners and workers to create his economic plan that cuts taxes for middle-class families, creates 18 million new jobs in his first term, and raises wages by as much as $15,000 a year. Joe Biden's plans will help working families immediately by making the super rich finally pay their fair share. For Joe, it's never been about ego. It's always been about the work he can do for working families. It's what he's always done. Joe Biden brings everyone to the table and gets it done.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Shirts, sheets, hand towels, bath towels, gym wear, or whatever wear. You can't skip laundry, but now you can skip adding detergent. Fill once and wash up to 20 loads. Another way we're shaping the future of care. Available in top-load and front-load washers.
Stop in today while they last. That's at Jensen Akins of Conover, of course.
Long have our ancestors debated taco or quesadilla. Taco John's has found the answer. Both. Introducing the cheesy grilled chicken quesadilla taco. Get 2 for just $5. Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Our local shelters have lots of furry friends in need of loving homes. Watch News Watch 12 today, every Friday morning, to see a new cuddly cat or dog ready for you to adopt. Homeward Bound on News Watch 12 today is sponsored by Paws and Claws.
It could be you, could be your neighbor. Nearly half of us have a pre-existing condition. And right now, most have insurance. But Derek Van Orden called the Affordable Care Act a disaster. The plan he supports would allow insurance companies to deny coverage for people with pre-existing conditions and charge people over 50 thousands of dollars more. Van Orden's plan is simple. Don't get sick. Derek Van Orden doesn't care about us. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Jeff, pretty nice temperature today. Is he going to stay with us?
No, tomorrow 50 falling through the afternoon, and then high temperatures near 40 for pretty much as far as we can see after that. And then this weekend, there's a little system coming our way with cold temperatures in place. We could see our first snowflakes of the year.
Wow.
For most of the area.
I feel like we skipped fall. We just like summer,
it went
winter.
by quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, all right.
But
We'll
here
have
we go.
more from Jeff at 5 and 6. Thanks.